You can't even go to the bathroom alone anymore. Your toddler follows you everywhere. The moment you step away, even for a second, they cry, cling, and refuse to let go. And deep down, you're exhausted. You love your child, but a small thought keeps coming back. Why can't they be independent, even for a few minutes? Here's what most parents don't realize. This clinginess isn't just personality, and it's not your fault. But here's the part no one tells you. Some everyday habits, done with love, might be quietly making it worse. And if it continues, it can affect your child's confidence and independence later on. But there's good news. Once you understand what's really happening, you can change it quickly. In this video, you'll discover 4 common mistakes almost every parent makes and how to fix them so your child becomes calmer, more confident, and independent. Let us begin.
Mistake 1. Interrupting their focus. Picture this. Your toddler is sitting on the floor, completely absorbed. They're stacking blocks carefully, one on top of another, or arranging their toy cars in a perfect line, or opening and closing containers they found in the kitchen. In that moment, they're not thinking about you. They're focused, curious, exploring their world. And then you speak. "Wow, what a tall tower you're building!" Or, "Look at you lining up all those cars." It comes from love. You want to connect. You want them to know you're paying attention, that you're interested in what they're doing. But here's what happens in their little brain. The instant you speak, their attention snaps from the activity to you. Because you are their favorite person in the entire world, they drop what they're doing and come to you instead. Over and over again, this pattern repeats. And without realizing it, you're teaching them something. Interacting with mom or dad is more rewarding than what I was doing. You're unintentionally training them that your attention is the most valuable part of any experience. The better approach? When your toddler is deeply engaged in something, just watch. Observe quietly. Don't comment. Don't praise. Don't interrupt their concentration. Eventually, and this is important, they will naturally pause. They'll look up at you, ready to share what they've discovered or accomplished. That's your moment. That's when you respond with warmth and interest. This simple shift does something powerful. It teaches your child that independent play is valuable, that their own focus matters, that they can sustain attention without constant external validation. Watch how much longer they can stay engaged when you're not interrupting their flow. Mistake 2. Praising the outcome instead of the effort. Your toddler runs up to you, beaming with pride, showing you the picture they just drew. Most parents respond with, "Good job," or "You're so smart," or "That's beautiful." These responses feel natural. They're meant to build confidence and show love. But here's what's actually happening beneath the surface. When praise focuses only on the end result, or on innate ability, you're smart. Children start seeking validation for everything they do. They begin to rely on someone else to tell them whether what they did was good enough. Instead of feeling proud of their own effort, they're outsourcing their sense of accomplishment to you. Over time, this creates 2 problems. First, some children only attempt activities when they know they'll receive praise. They become approval seekers instead of curious explorers. Second, other children start avoiding difficult tasks entirely because they're afraid they won't do it right and won't get that validation they've learned to crave. The better approach. Shift your focus from what they made to how they made it. Instead of, "Good job," try, "I noticed how carefully you chose those colors. You stayed focused on that for a long time. That was tricky, but you kept trying. You didn't give up when it got hard."
This type of feedback highlights persistence, problem solving, and determination. It values the process over perfection. When children hear this consistently, something beautiful happens. They begin to trust themselves. They develop an internal sense of, I can figure this out, instead of constantly looking to you for approval. They're building confidence from the inside out.
Mistake 3. Creating a no environment. Toddlers are natural scientists. They learn by touching, tasting, dropping, and exploring everything around them. But most homes aren't designed for toddler exploration. There are fragile decorations, important papers within reach, electronics, plants, things that could break or hurt them. So what happens? Parents spend the entire day saying, "Don't touch that. No, leave that alone. That's not for you. Stop, put that down." From your toddler's perspective, the entire world feels off limits. Every natural impulse to explore is met with a correction. And here's the unintended consequence. Your child learns that they need permission before interacting with almost anything. They start staying extremely close to you, constantly checking in, looking for approval before touching anything. This repeated need for your permission reinforces clingy behavior. Plus, it's exhausting for you. Constantly monitoring and correcting is draining. The better approach. Create what's called a yes space, an area where your toddler can explore freely without hearing no every 30 seconds. This could be a gated section of your living room, their bedroom completely child-proofed, a dedicated play corner with only safe, age-appropriate items. In this space, they can touch anything, move anything, explore without restrictions. Instead of hearing constant corrections, they receive the message, "This is your space. You're free to discover and learn here." When toddlers feel safe to explore without constant supervision or correction, something remarkable happens. Their confidence grows, their curiosity expands, and most importantly, they naturally spend longer periods playing independently. They don't need to stay attached to you because their environment is telling them, "You're capable, you're safe, you can do this on your own." Mistake 4. Rescuing them too quickly. You watch your toddler struggling to put on their shirt. The armhole is twisted. They're getting frustrated. Your instinct screams, "Help them! They're upset!" So you step in. You fix the shirt. Crisis averted. Or your child is building a tower and it keeps falling down. They're getting mad. So you rebuild it for them. Or two toddlers are playing together and a small conflict starts. You immediately intervene and solve it for them. These interventions come from deep love. You don't want your child to struggle. You don't want them to feel frustrated or upset. But here's what repeated rescuing teaches them. I can't handle this on my own. I need an adult to fix things for me. When children consistently experience grown-ups stepping in to solve every problem, they stop developing problem-solving skills. They stop trying. They learn to wait for help instead of figuring things out themselves. And this increases clingy behavior because they become dependent on your constant guidance. The better approach. Pause. Before jumping in, give your child time to attempt the task. When they ask for help, offer guidance instead of taking over completely. For getting dressed. Let's find where your head goes. Can you see the big hole? Now try putting your arm through. For puzzles. That piece is tricky. What do you think would happen if we turned it? You're not abandoning them. You're becoming a guide instead of a rescuer. Expect frustration, and that's okay. When you make these small shifts, observing instead of interrupting, guiding instead of rescuing, and giving your child space to explore, something beautiful starts to happen. Your child becomes more confident. They try new things. They stay engaged longer. And slowly, the constant clinginess begins to fade. Not overnight, but step by step.
They start trusting themselves. And you finally get space to breathe. Because this isn't distance. This is healthy independence. And it all starts with small changes you can make today. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these mistakes do you think you've been making? And if this video helped you understand your child better, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with another parent who needs this. I'll see you in the next video.